I've done 2 different ad reviews on this company, and they were separate. You know, I had a whole strategy I deployed. I started deploying a long time ago on these ad reviews, and it's ended up working out really well. It's morphed a little bit. I used to do real negative reviews, and now I do real positive reviews, and it's a really good icebreaker for me in what I'm doing for building our business. But I've done 2 ad reviews on this company and connected with many of the different contacts at the company, and it's been a really good way for me to, you know, build relationships internally and turn those relationships into an opportunity. And the opportunity now is a phone call with the decision maker, or at least I believe it's the decision maker, that's gonna, you know, give them a really great chance to understand who my agency is, what we do, and whether they need our services. This particular opportunity was really exciting because they just fired their current agency. And I learned that because when I was in a meeting with a COI who's a branding agency owner, we don't do any branding, so I have a lot of COIs or center of influence that I meet with, and we refer each other business. He had just told me that they let their current company go and are in the middle of rebranding the whole company, which is really exciting because now I understand that they're looking to make big changes. So what's really cool about this opportunity is it started in order. So we started with the ad reviews, building the relationships, doing several phone calls with people internally that are non-decision makers, and then developing those into bigger relationships that I could get in front of the actual decision makers. And in the interim, you know, while I was waiting for this phone call that's happening later this week, I ended up finding out that they just fired their current company. So now it's a real opportunity and the pressure's on. I got intro to this lady though, and she wasn't getting back to me. And so I decided that, you know, instead of continuing to call and send emails, I would just send them pizzas. And so I sent 3 pizzas and some 2-liter sodas to, on, I think it was Friday of last week, Pizza Fridays. And they got back to me right away and we set up a call. The coolest part about sending the pizzas was the way that they communicated to each other internally. My connection at the company that I've developed a friendship with is Adam. This is over the course of doing these ad reviews. They told Adam when the pizzas went there, he told me that everyone said, "Hey Adam, your boy Bobby sent pizzas." Now that tells me that I'm on a first name basis with the people at this company and they know who I am. So setting up a phone call with them and getting closer to actually having a deal get done is easier and easier because they already know who I am, and if they're taking calls with me, it means they must at least not hate me, right? So that's really good. Calls on Friday, and we'll see if we can get any real progress on that account, but it's been fun progress to see these ad reviews turn into real opportunities. So I'm gonna keep doing them, man. It's working out. And if anybody out there is curious what the real strategy is and why it's working, hit me up, direct message me, I'm happy to share. I sent 2 different videos. One video was about a specific opportunity for YouTube. It was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and there was a bunch of other companies that were super appropriate, like Catch Surf advertising on the video. So I sent a little video to them to see if they might be able to advertise their own content on that podcast video on Rogan, because it's a perfect audience. You know, Rogan super fitness and nutrition, and obviously fitness, nutrition, and surfing. So it was a really great place for them to expose the brand in video. So I made a little video of how to do that by putting myself in a video on that video, screen recording it and sending it to them, show them what's possible. Then I sent them another video talking about how they'd have a great opportunity in a new market for their product now, and then showing some opportunities on Google Shopping that certainly could be optimized a little bit to get them some more money, win some more customers. So I sent those and waiting to hear back, working on next steps there, just really hoping we get an opportunity to do a formal audit and present, you know, everything we can do to the company, because we can do a lot. Anyway, that's it for now. Stay tuned for the next video and more updates. So we got a really nice little level of activity here on this account I've been working on. And reached out to the CMO. I've made a bunch of videos for this company, private videos. I've sent unlisted videos. I've done ad reviews. I've done multiple ad reviews. You guys know all this. Finally, I reach out to the CMO, the proper CMO, 8 months ago maybe, asked to connect, ignored, so I withdraw it. On LinkedIn, you can withdraw something
if you ask to connect with somebody, they ignore it or you don't connect, you can withdraw it. 3 weeks later, you can ask them again, which is a really nice tool to have. So I did that twice and got ignored both times. And then recently, he asked me to connect. I think what may have happened is I asked him to connect and he accidentally ignored it and then reached out to me to connect, so he didn't really ask me to connect. So then I sent him this message after we connected that had all to do with a new line of convertibility, I guess you could say, for their products. You know, a market that they're not going after that they can target and make a lot of money in. I know, because I know the industry is enormous at firsthand experience, and they are teed up to take advantage of that in a big way. So I basically told him that, and he's like, interesting concept. I'd like to get to know you better to see if we can find a way to test some of your recommendations. That's really nice. Just a really nice thing to have said, a really nice message to reply to me. I mean, this guy knows who I am. You know, he knows I'm trying to get his business. And at this point, I feel like is open to giving me a real shot, seeing if we have what it really takes. And I'm excited. You know, he could have blown me off, he could have ignored me, but he's ready to, for some reason, talk to me, and that's really exciting. So we've got a call set up on Friday. I'm headed up to Monterey to do a golf weekend with my dad and some friends, and we got a call set up on Friday before it all begins. So hopefully it goes well and I get to celebrate all weekend. But this is just one of those examples, man. I mean, this one of those accounts that you could have given up on 10 different times. I just kept going and kept pounding, and I think that's the way it goes in digital marketing, man. I really think it is complete ignored all the way until the decision-making process happens, and that decision gets made quick. And if you're not there in the instant that they want to make the change, it's not happening for you. But if you stay consistent and you follow up and deal with the rejection and the ignoring, but I've been in industries like that many times, so that's not a big deal for me at all. And we're here, and I don't know if they're ready to really make a change yet, but we are certainly ready to help them if they are. So anyway, exciting. We'll see what happens on this call. I'll try and record it, make a little vlog about it. We'll see you in the next video. There we go. Yep, got you now. How are you? Doing good. Thanks for connecting. Yeah, that's what it says on the website too. So I wasn't sure if that was like the real story, but it sounds like, man, that's really what went down. You've got a pretty cool list of companies you've worked with too, man. Like, pretty impressive. I don't know. I mean, how'd you get into marketing?